Hey friends, welcome back. So we've got to talk about Elon Musk. He's suing OpenAI. And if you don't know, Elon Musk loves to sue people. That's like his pastime, his hobby. If you look at him the wrong way, he'll sue you. If you leap ahead of him in front of technology, he'll sue you. And this is the headlines. Elon Musk files for injunction to halt OpenAI's transition to for profit. This is a dirty game, right? And essentially it's a race right now to seize all of the money that you possibly can, because everyone's thinking, oh my God, AI is the best, and everyone's out chasing that investor dollars. There is money in this stuff. Now, I personally think it's all hype, but I'm covering this stuff before you because I totally understand. There's a ton of money into it, and there are people already using these services, right? People do give monthly fees to Microsoft or monthly fees to OpenAI, so it's already generating some money. So it's not like there's no money in it. There definitely is. I think it's hype myself because I think it's not necessarily going to be as great as they're purporting it to be, but it is interesting because they are fighting over already, what can do with what companies. So Elon Musk is saying stuff like, OpenAI, this is why he's suing, is they're telling, their investors that you don't invest in Elon Musk, only invest in me. So Elon Musk is calling foul on that. He's saying stuff like, oh, they're getting all this, insider information that they shouldn't have, that kind of stuff. Or the people who are, invested in OpenAI have like inside connections and basically insider trading kind of stuff that he's claiming. This is the kind of stuff that Elon Musk is pulling. And it's actually really ironic because if you understand this situation, right, Elon Musk is always sort of like trying to get an edge legally. What I mean by legally is, if you don't know, he joined Tesla late, sued the original founders to be called a co-founder, and now I guess he's suing OpenAI for trying to turn profit, which is kind of interesting. Now, xAI, which is Elon's company, they're raising a bunch of money in the billions of dollars kind of stuff. People are still backing this thing, and there's that. Now, what's interesting though is that, as you guys know, a lot of the Tesla stock promoters and Elon Musk, like, everyone's hoping that he's going to be corrupt and get a bunch of advantages from supporting Trump in the White House. Now, not everything is necessarily going as Elon has planned. I'll give you an example here. So this guy here, his name was Howard Lutnick. So he's picked for Secretary of Commerce. Elon Musk originally wanted him for Treasury. That pick didn't go through, so Elon Musk lost out on that. But why is Elon Musk so into this guy, Lutnick? And why is Elon Musk suing OpenAI? Again, guys, this is all about money. And a lot of times that people don't realize, like, we're talking about a lot of money. And unfortunately, a lot of scams. A lot of the people at the top are out to scam you. So this Lutnick guy, this was the headlines, and I wanted to bring this up. This is in the Wall Street Journal today. Trump's commerce pick hawked, right, sold or scammed, I don't want to say the word hawked buzzy investments that went bust. Buzzy investments that went bust. That's the dude that Elon wanted for Treasury. He's now commerce. Basic gist of it is, this guy, he ran this thing, Cantor Fitzgerald, which actually, no, they put out a lot of price targets all of the time on stocks and stuff like that. But he was a big supporter of a ton of like hypey SPAC kind of things, which are basically blank check acquisition companies. Essentially, what happens with these things is, like, he can get in for $1 or $1.25, something like that, and then sell it to investors for $10, right? So like have massive profits on this stuff. He did a whole bunch of these things, and many of them were just hypey and went bust. Some of them did okay, to be fair. Some of them did okay, but essentially the way this game is, they always walk out winners no matter what, because they're in early and then hyping the nonsense to you. And this is something that essentially, how I feel like Elon Musk is suing OpenAI is the same kind of thing, right? He's like, oh my God, I got in early, but like these people got even earlier than me, and now they're trying to like jump ahead of me and do the thing. One thing with Elon Musk, as you guys know, I mean, he's does any way, shape, or form that he can to try to manipulate the system in his favor, and he's basically a sore loser. So he's suing again. This is a statement from OpenAI. They say, Elon's fourth attempt, which again recycles the same baseless complaints, continues to be utterly without merit. So they're basically saying this is a bunch of nonsense. And then the company had previously sought to dismiss Musk's suit, calling it blusterous and baseless. So we'll see if that continues to carry with that. I wanted to also bring into discussion, like, what's going to happen going into next year. We have this huge hype for AI. We have all of these lawsuits. We have these basically corrupt people going into the White House, etc. We're seeing a downturn already. And this sort of headline sort of caught my attention. The Stellantis CEO, this is a headline right here, Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares steps down. If you don't know, that's the car maker. Remember, Elon Musk sells Teslas. Now, which is a car, but the Tesla bulls will say, see, look at Elon Musk and Tesla are going to be #1 because all these other car makers are failing. They're already, firing their CEOs, etc. I would make the opposite case. I would just say when you see like CEOs stepping down from car companies, is more like it shows that the full market is failing. People just don't have money anymore. So for example, Stellantis, they have Chrysler, Jeep, Fiat, and Peugeot in their brand blanket, and just their sales are down, right? People don't necessarily have the money. Now you can make the case. I'd like to hear it, guys. If you think that they're just bad vehicles, and you can totally make that case. But I think going into next year, we're going to see an overall trend downward for these big purchases. Again, if people don't have money, because we've seen it actually with Tesla. I think it was the last quarter, not this past one, but the one before it. Is like their profits dropped down 45%. This past one, they had like record amount of selling carbon credits. So if they weren't selling carbon credits, their car sales wouldn't be so rosy. And also Tesla is trying to offer like all the 0% financing, price cuts, this kind of stuff, and basically trying to get these cars moving on the lots. But I think a lot of this, put it all together, what does it say about the current economic situation that we're in, right? We have valuations of companies which are like crazy high right now. We have slowdowns, and now we're fighting over the last, I guess, breadcrumbs of AI is sort of how I'm seeing this stuff. And then you got something like this. And this was an interesting one. And I want to hear from our friends on the channel in Australia. Headline: Meta tightens ad rules to curb financial scams aimed at Australians. So I guess Facebook Meta is going to get tougher on this kind of stuff. I know the laws in Australia are really, really different than, say, what you have in the USA, or say that we have here in Korea. And if you don't know, I'm here in Busan. It's great weather today. I just wanted to come out and show you guys. For those of you who don't know, we're on the beach, and it's just a fantastic place. If you want to see more, you can check out our vlog. And my wife and I will try to come down tomorrow too and share some more of life here. But I just wanted to, the weather's really good today. Anyway, so this is coming from Meta. They say here from Reuters, they say Instagram and Facebook owner Meta Platforms said on Monday it had introduced stricter rules for advertisers of financial products, of financial servicing, targeting Australians in a bid to crack down on scams on the social media platform. So they're getting more strict there. It's interesting how Australia is getting more strict on, say, financial scams, yet USA is getting more looser, I guess. I mean, the Trump kind of office, and Musk wants to deregulate everything, but Australia is getting a lot tougher. And remember too, Australia passed that law recently, which is say, kids under 16, limit your use on social media. We're going to ban it for you. This also says here regarding the financial scams in Australia. The move comes after Meta in October said it took down 8,000, that's a lot, 8,000 so-called, quote, celeb bait ads as part of the effort with Australian banks to curb the scams that use images of famous people to trick consumers into giving money to fake investment schemes. And this is actually a major thing that I see a lot of times on Twitter/X. A lot of times people use Elon Musk's image and voice to make video, and it'll be like, "Hi, I'm Elon Musk, and you should invest in this, crypto thing, and crypto is the future." And the craziest thing about it is because Elon Musk talks about crypto all the time, it seems like kind of plausible that he would say this nonsense, but this is a warning. If you ever see sort of a famous celeb, and it's got some sort of like, wallet address that you need to send your crypto, and they're gonna, 10x it, just be very, very cautious. I think chances are it's a scam. And even if it is the real celebrity, chances are it's also a scam. So it's either AI scam or real person scam. And this goes back to just guys talking about money in general. I think going into next year, having all this stuff, fighting over the breadcrumbs of AI, car sales are down, CEOs are resigning, then you have like massive crackdown on crypto scams in Australia. I think it all indicates that like people are desperate, and essentially when people get desperate, they look for ways to make money, right? Be it through trying to invest in the riskiest thing ever, or someone's got some hot tip or whatever, this kind of thing. And one thing I've learned, and I want to make sure that you get it also, is like, don't necessarily try to get rich overnight. Have patience on these kind of things. Slow and steady wins the race. And I want to give you a simple example. I'm here in Busan, as I just mentioned before. The first time I came here, it was around like 2000, I think it was 12 or 2010 even. because like I first came to Korea in 2009. I'm trying to think of when I exactly came here, because I didn't come right away. I was in Seoul, and at that time, it was my girlfriend, and now my wife. We went on, just a little vacation, and I must have, you know what, it might have been like 2010 or 2011, because it was a couple years later after I first got into Korea, and I remember saying like eventually I'd want to retire here. And that was, we're now in 2024, so that was like 13 years ago. I was already talking about that kind of stuff, meaning that it doesn't happen overnight. Now we're finally here in Busan, and this is the place that I've always wanted to be. And sometimes people like say weird things about me or whatever. And I'll give you an example. This is my hair. See, that's my hair. I don't know what to say. I'll pull on it even. The reason why I mention that is like all these people are like claiming lately that I wear a toupee or I wear a wig, and I'm just like, what are these people smoking? And I think for many people, I'll just say this: don't believe necessarily everything you hear on the internet, and that goes back to say crypto scams or wig scams or whatever. It is a scary world out there, and don't expect anything in your life to just happen overnight. Stick at it, and I try to give you just, I don't know how to say it, like just honest, like real person advice. I feel like so many people on YouTube or whatever just say so much nonsense nonstop. And the problem is like if everyone's saying the nonsense, then you think it's normal, right? But it's not. And not everyone in this world, and I know how it is on YouTube, where you watch some channels and they're just like freaking out all the time, having meltdowns every single day. And it's kind of entertaining. It has that sort of reality show kind of feel of like, oh, they bought the Lambo. Oh, they crashed the Lambo. Oh, now they got to get the Lambo fixed. Oh, they broke up with their girlfriend. And oh, they got in another fight. And, and it's like, yeah, it's entertaining and stuff like that, but it's not sustainable. And I know for many people, like my channel may seem kind of boring. But guys, this is, I guess, the boring life. This is what sustainability is. Like, I'm not freaking out every day. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at. You can see around me here. I'll flip the camera around. Okay, there's people out jogging today, right? You can see this person taking a photo here. And, not everyone's freaking out all the time. We're all out here enjoying the weather, etc. And I just wanted to share this a bit with you. We'll try to, oops, I'm going to carry on here. We'll try to come down here more often, but it is, not everyone is freaking out. I'll put it that way. And not everyone is getting scammed, and not everyone wants to scam you. And not everyone wears a wig or a toupee. As I'm trying to show, I pull my hair, whatever. And if you watch my channel regularly, you'll notice that my hair grows, because like that's what hair does. And every now and then I'll get a haircut, right? That's what you do once every couple of weeks. So there's that. So anyway, I just wanted to bring some reality to this world. I always appreciate you guys watching, and please be careful out there. I'll catch you in the next video.